Good evening and welcome to Off the Lip, the show about surfing and skateboarding. If you'd like to join the show tonight, give us a call at 831-479-1080. That's 831-479-1080. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's program, Neil Pearlberg and Terry Campion.
Good evening and welcome to the Off the Lip radio show on KSCO. We are broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California, the surfing and skate capital of the world.
Wow. Where'd that come from? Hey, speaking of surf capitals of the world, 6 of our big wave dudes are heading to South America.
They're in the air right now, heading to, where are they heading to?
Pico Alto.
That's right. We have Skinny.
Yep.
Nick Lamb. Ryan Augenstein. Tazzy's going. Tyler Fox. Who am I missing?
Missing
anyone?
Wormhout go?
I don't think...
Dollar's there.
Ryan, did I mention Augenstein?
I don't know.
He's going...
How'd Augie go?
He
doesn't even have a sponsor.
I don't know.
Sheesh.
Money exchanged hands somewhere.
Maybe he got a sugar mama.
We wish those guys good luck anyway.
Who's your pick?
Ooh, Skinny.
Damn, that was going to be my pick. All right, I'm taking Dollar.
You are?
Yeah.
Tazzy might go. Tazzy's, I don't know.
Dollar's my reef rep. If I say Dollar and he wins, maybe I'll save some dollars.
Right yeah. What other surf news do we have? Rufo?
You know what? Tell me what's going on with this Rocky and Rufo deal.
I don't know. Rufo called me and said he won a $10,000 judgment against Rocky Romano. That's all I heard. That's what he told me. That's what I heard in small claims court in Watsonville.
Well, you know what's good?
Rocky produced that movie, and it was a big. It just the whole thing was a nightmare.
Yes,
I think for Rufo, and I think Rufo finally maybe got some a settlement out of it. I don't know. I don't know the rest of the story, but I heard it was $10,000. That's what he said. $10,000.
$10,000, player?
What would Rufo do with $10,000?
It's one night at the Dream Inn. What are you talking about?
I can't believe you said that.
Well, they'll throw a TV out the window, call it a night. That's good. You know what's funny is about that is I have only heard bad things about that whole project. So if there's a good little silver lining, maybe Rufo finally got his payday.
I could actually write a book about that. I had some meetings with Rocky Romano that were pretty strange.
Ask Vince Collier about it.
Yeah, he would know. What other news do we have? Any surf news we got? Are we done with that?
Surf news?
We're done with it. We're done with surf news.
We got Pico Alto.
In studio tonight, we have two. TC, go ahead. You introduce the guest tonight.
All right, first off, Meekster, Keith Meek back in the house. Thanks for coming back.
Hello, thank you.
And we have Scott Foss here tonight. And Scott, welcome to the show. But one of the things is we always hear is people always want to know what's going on with Scott. So it's a privilege to have you here tonight. We'll find out what's going on with you. You date back with Meekster back when you guys were shredding as Groms. And exciting show.
We've talked about having Scott Foss on the show since like event you had back Christmas last year.
Yes.
And finally both of them sitting in the chair together. And as Meekster told me, they've been skating together since 1977.
Yeah.
I thought it was 76, but I've been corrected.
It was corrected. Scott, I'm gonna get you. Scott, you gotta get close to the microphone over there. No one's gonna hear what the heck you're saying. So, can you describe the first time you saw the Meekster here?
Oh yeah, it was spring of '77.
Okay.
We both went to the same pool on the same day for our first day ever skating the pool.
Where was the pool at?
It's in Los Altos Hills.
Okay.
It's the Orange Bowl. Yeah, let me scoot in here.
Yeah, we'll get you in.
A lot of people would be happy if you couldn't hear my voice, but
no, a lot of people are miserable. We want to hear what you have to say. It's very important.
But because
remember, we're recording all the surf and skate history in Santa Cruz and beyond. So this right here, we are recording history. So we need to hear what you have to say.
All right, yeah, it was in Los Altos Hills. It was the Orange Bowl. It was already being skated. I just happened to find it kind of late, and Keith found it on the same day. Just by coincidence, it was both of our first days there, and couldn't get rid of each other since.
So no one was drawing a map to the place. You had to find it.
How'd you find it?
We heard rumors oh yeah, there's this pool at the end of Edith, and so we took the bus for 2 hours and got on Edith and went to the end and left or right. I don't know. Let's go this way. And then we just found a little trail, walked up the trail. It was like the Holy Grail. Boom.
It was.
Cool.
It was total Brady Bunch leading to trail of popcorn kind of shit, you know.
Oh, okay. Now we got to be careful what you have to say. Remember,
Is that the first F-bomb?
Okay.
Hold it. Arms, lights are going off around here.
We have to give you a warning here. It's a family show. We have to be careful what you have to say in here. So,
Oh, boy.
I'm trying my
I think
best.
that's the earliest. I think that's the first swear word.
When MZ's around?
Oh no! I think that's
It's
the
hard.
first.
But I got a question for you guys.
I
It's
think
okay. We learned it's all cool on that one. But weren't you guys skating Winchester at that same time together? Or did you not meet each other during that time?
That was later.
It was later.
Yeah.
In this Los Altos pool, were you the young guys and they're sneaking in there when the big dudes weren't there?
Yeah, we were the Groms.
Yeah.
And how old?
I was 13.
14. I was waiting for him so I could, I'm a year older, so
Yeah.
he could
I
do the
was-
counting.
I was 13. It was the spring of 77, so yeah, I was 13. It just turned 13 in November before.
So you're 13, 14 years old. You're sneaking to pools, backyard pools.
There was heavy sessions at this pool, though. It was like a meeting ground for NorCal.
Yeah.
People would come from everywhere. And
Who else was there? Anybody that we would know?
wasn't there? Yeah, like Blackheart, Buck Brothers, Weston, Tim Lockfeld, Peter Gifford,
It was all the heavies.
Robert Schlafly.
It was a tunnel place, so there was a lot of heavies from down south too. Schneider and those guys, they all came up.
Yeah, Waldo Autry.
Waldo. I didn't see him skate myself there, but I saw him at Bombora.
So, what was your first conversation after you guys were done the first day? You guys gonna hook up together, or you became friends the first time you saw each other?
No, we didn't even talk.
Oh, you didn't?
We actually.
Vibing each other.
Beat it, punk.
Who's this other little guy?
It was an instant rivalry because see the thing is, this is a classic story. I couldn't carve. I didn't know how to carve, and Keith didn't know how to kick turn. And
Right.
I was watching Keith carve over the light, and I was jealous.
Right.
So
And
all
I was
wanted to
jealous
do-
because I couldn't kick turn.
Yeah. and anyways, that day came and went, and it was about like a year or two later, and we were both at System Skateboards, this skateboard shop in San Jose, and Keith goes, "I know you," and then anyways,
Yeah.
we put it together, and that was it. That's when we became friends that day.
And then the parks started opening, and we all started skating the parks together.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when Winchester first opened, you'd see all these people that used to skate Los Altos pipe and pool. And, no, I remember you from Winchester. No way. There's like a little gap of like 6 months,
Right.
a year.
Right.
So it was like a reunion when Winchester opened, and that was like the beginning, and that was the whole NorCal skate scene.
And it is Winchester.
Yeah.
I actually was thinking earlier, because I know both of you guys spent a lot of time there, and I wanted to think, like, what was the heaviest thing you ever saw at Winchester?
It's a good
And I know it's, and we
That
can,
one.
yeah, you got something for that, Scott?
I was gonna let Keith go first. I had to think for a second.
All right, because I know you guys both saw some crazy.
heavy and what?
Well, I mean, like
sense.
I spent time at Winchester. I would have a membership there, and I loved it. One time I saw Cab there, and that oververt pipe that no one skated on the side. He was shredding that thing, and to me, that was like, wow, I saw somebody amazing skateboarding at that
yeah.
time. Because he was just ripping. He was like 3.5 feet tall. But I'm sure you saw someone break their neck or something happen that just flips. When you think of Winchester, it's what you see.
I got a good Scotty story.
I'm ready.
So Scotty learned Rollins in the keyhole, which was really insane back then. I mean, the keyhole was like legit. It was like one of the best pools ever built for skating at that time. So we were lucky. That was our home park. And Scotty rolled in this one night. I think it was a night. And he hung up and went straight to the bottom. His helmet flew back and he hit his head. So that was like, it's just 10 feet deep. He went straight to flat bottom. And everyone's like, whoa, you could like feel it, on your feet. And so like everyone ran to the edge and looked down there. And Scotty gets up and we're all, whoa, you all right? You all right? And we're all, get out here, And so he starts walking to get out of the pool. But he's walking the opposite way. Like he's going straight to the wall opposite from the channel to get out. And so we got down there, changed his direction, got him out of there, and we're all, go to the pro shop, man. You got to call your parents. That was gnarly. He's got this big hematoma thing going on. And so we're getting back to skating the pool, and we look over, and he's like right above the washboard, which is about 100 yards away. And he's walking towards the edge. We're Scotty! We have to run over there, change his direction, and that was pretty gnarly slam right there.
Concussion, possibly, Scott.
Oh yeah, it was heavy. Yeah,
He was out of it.
It was a
He didn't
full-on
speak.
lawn dart with the scorpion tail, feet over the head and everything. I touched nothing but forehead on my way down.
Okay, you're listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We're here tonight with Keith Meek and Scott Foss. So join in. If you want to call in tonight, the phone number to call in is 831-479-1080. TC, what do you got?
Well, the Keyhole Bowl at Winchester.
Is.
What made legends?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because I personally never skated the Keyhole Bowl. I was terrified of that thing. Like, you falling to your head in it was my nightmare. And
It's mine too.
Everyone's.
who were some of the other guys that when you were there you looked up to that were ripping at that thing?
Same guys that were at Los Altos.
They all migrated right down.
Like Blackheart, the older guys, you know. And then there was the younger guys coming up, like me and Scotty and Stevie and Bob Denayek. And, you
Right.
know, there was a whole crew.
Let's jump ahead to independent trucks. Blackheart? Who did you see around at that time that was like some of the first dudes that were on Indy? And then how soon until you guys got sucked into that envelope?
Well, it was kind of like those guys were riding it, and then we were getting the hand-me-downs. Like, I got my first set from Brian Buck, you know, and then it was all kind of, I don't know, it was all intermixed. Like, Blackheart and those guys, the Buck Brothers, the pro guys had them first. There's only a handful of guys.
Right.
And then it just started flowing down to us.
Well, the day that they were unveiled, like to the public, from what I remember, was at Winchester Skate Park, you know, coincidentally. And I remember walking in the pro shop, and yeah, the Bucks were there, Gifford, a lot of the big heavyweights were there, and everybody was kind of huddled around, and I didn't know what the commotion was. I had showed up with my buddy Bob, and they all had the new trucks, and yeah, they were pretty phenomenal. Everybody was stoked on it.
Monterey Bay Holiday. They are pet-friendly with a choice of homes on or close to the beach in Santa Cruz and the Central Coast. For further information, go to beachnest.com or follow them on Facebook.
Aloha Island Grill, corner Portola Drive and 17th Avenue, featuring mouth-watering plate lunch. We're proud to celebrate 10 years of serving the Santa Cruz community. And we'd like to send a shout out to Neil and TC for doing a great job for over a year here with their Off the Lip radio show. We're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Visit us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com. Like us on Facebook. For to-go orders, call 479-3299. Congratulations once again to Neil and TC for 1 year on the air. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Hi, this is Steve Pereira, the beach guy at Bailey Properties in Santa Cruz, California. If you're looking for a beach home or a coastal property, give us a call at 831-818-7064, or you can call my wife Diane at 831-818-5939, or drop in on our website at lifesabeach.com and check out all the inventory in all price ranges. We've been selling beach properties since 1982. We're here to help you. Give us a call today.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
We are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO. If you want to call in tonight and talk to our very special guests, Keith Meek and Scott Foss. Skateboarding, what are we going to call them? Legendary skateboarders? Get the legendary status?
Legends is such an old name.
It's worn out, huh?
It's pioneers. I don't know. There's a name for you guys. I got to think of it.
Skaters.
Skaters. You know what they are? The
Skateboarders,
skaters.
man.
If you want to call in tonight and talk to skaters, 831-479-1080 is the phone number. Right now we have the trivia portion of the show brought to you by Felix. Brought to you also by Felix's Sand Dollar Ding Repair. If your board is wrecked, twizzled,
I like
smashed, gashed, banged, binged, or whatever, Felix is your guy. Because if it floats, he's fixing it. What's his phone number? 722-4060?
I always go off dingrepair.net. And the thing about Felix, some people
dingrepair.net.
forget about, he'll restore your surfboard.
That's right. And if he would love to be in here right now. He'd like to talk to
I
Meekster right
know.
now.
Yeah,
What's the trivia question? You came up with one just 2 seconds ago.
Well, last week we had the Kledas on. Stephen
that's right.
Kalu, great show. You can watch it on YouTube or at the Surf Channel, I believe. And so we're dog friendly here at the Off Lip Radio Show. And,
Very dog friendly.
Yeah, we are.
I miss my dog, Rusty.
I know, Rusty.
Yeah.
So Kalu has a dog, and his dog's name is what? And if
What's
if you
the
want
prize?
to, you can
What's
go.
the prize?
You can
What
go
are you
to.
giving away?
Well, hold on. You can go to Kalu's social media and probably get this answer in like 10 seconds. The prize is you get to pick a skateboard deck off the wall at the Santa Cruz boardroom.
Giving away
Yeah.
skateboard 8, huh?
Yeah, and so yeah.
831-479-1080. Be the caller number 3. You get a brand new skateboard deck from the boardroom. Pick one off the wall.
Yeah.
The Kaleda's dog's name is what? Right now we have Dylan Williams on the show. Okay, Dylan Williams is 8 years old. He came down here tonight to ask the Meekster a question, and I got to give him the microphone.
Well, and as well, I got to give this little dude props because he actually showed up last week to our contest, and I believe got first place.
You did?
And he nods.
Yeah.
He's very modest. He was shredding. So
Humble kid.
I'm going to hand my microphone over to Dylan. I know he's got a lot to talk
Got the
about.
slasher
Look
shirt
at him.
on.
He's just ready to tell us all about the contest and what's going on. And he's going to ask Meekster a question, I guess.
right, you can ask a question. Dylan, how'd you do in the contest? You came in first.
Yeah, it was good.
Was it good? What was the maneuver you did to get you the first prize?
Probably the airdropping on the vert wall.
Nice, very good. And who's your favorite skater? Hint. Hint. Meekster. Yeah, just the Meekster. By the okay, what's your question for the Meekster?
Frozen.
How much money do you make every year?
Barely enough to survive. Go to school.
Wait a minute. I thought you had a skateboarding question for him. Now you changed it around on me. Okay, you have a skateboard question for him?
Yeah. How did you come up with the slasher design?
Jim Phillips actually came up with that. That's his little brainchild. I was just lucky to use it.
Now that logo you have, the slasher, just got moved around a little bit. Went from. Can you tell us a story about how that got associated with you?
Originally, it was drawn for a surf contest flyer, and they didn't want to use it, and so Jim was just sitting on that graphic. And then Steve Olson was doing SOS skateboards with Novak Santa Cruz skateboards, and they kind of modified it.
So there's more than one version.
Yeah, they kept he just kind of changed the hairdo on it. He gave it like a greaser look, and that's kind of what Olson was into, that vibe at the time.
Right.
And Olson didn't like it, and at that same time, I had been writing my own shape. So Novak saw, Tim P. Martin wanted to use my shape, and then Novak saw, let's put it on that shape and make it Meekster's board.
Okay.
So it kind of fell into my lap. That was like Novak. He had my back on that one.
And it's been one of the most popular. UTC, you would know. It's been one of the most popular sold board, popular decks sold ever.
Look what Dylan's wearing right now. He's got his slasher shirt on. No, it's it's great. It's and if I was Meekster, I'd be so proud of that logo. I think it'd be it's Novak. You're right. Novak did you right.
Yeah.
There's very few people who can have an icon attached to their name. And so congrats to that.
Yeah, there's a lot we could do with it.
Yeah, and
let's talk.
Well, and also, but let's be realistic. You still make a few bucks off it, right? Is it? I mean, you're still getting a few royalty checks, and to me, I'm not going to say your age because you're my age.
I don't care.
Well, we're 50, and you're making checks off skateboarding at 50 years old. Congratulations, that's
still
amazing.
Bouncing off the concrete.
And let's talk about that because I know for a while you were a serious surf dog.
Yeah, I used to surf a lot.
You were really into
Scotty, too.
Yeah, surfing's amazing. I think it's probably one of the biggest crossover skate, things there is.
Yeah, we're living that whole surf skate thing.
Right, yeah. And recently, though, and I know it goes for both you guys, you're skating a lot right now, and a lot of your friends are skating again.
Yeah,
and there is a very healthy, let's say...
50-plus crew getting back into it.
Who's some of the guys that you see out there again? I mean, I know it can't be the same Los Altos crew, but there's...
No, but like... Tuesdays and Thursdays mornings, I've been skating with John Long, Reeps, Joel Gomez, Jason Freeland, Jason Beatty, Craig Hart. It's kind of our crew. You know? Garen comes out sometimes. It's fun. We just cruise.
What's changed since then? Is the hours that you can skate, because you're in age, the hours that you can skate have become shorter? Can you...
My body's pretty taxed.
How long can you go?
Very long.
How long do you last for?
How much, Logan? How long? 45 minutes, Logan said. Scotty skated for 4 hours on Saturday, though.
He told me, but I called him. He said he's exhausted.
Yeah. Well, I was skating with Logan. What am I going to do? I got to try to keep up with the guy.
Yeah.
So, Scotty, talk about the Bones Brigade. Can you introduce us to the Bones Brigade right now? How that started for you? How you got involved in that crew?
I'll try to keep it short and painless. I was skating for Santa Cruz at the time, and we were skating also for Camel Skate Park, doing the whole skate park competition circuit. And anyways, Stevie and Clay Townsend had gone down south for a contest with the skate park, and for some reason, Bob DeNike and I didn't go. I don't remember why. And they came back, and they were sponsored by Powell. Stacy saw them at the contest and picked them up, tapped them for this new team he was starting, which was going to be the Bones Brigade. And shortly thereafter, Clay quit, and I went down south shortly after that to a contest, and I met Stacy, and he tapped me to be on, and the rest is history.
Was that a fun time for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was magic. I mean, it was insane. There's one day I was skating. You know, I've always just skated just to have fun with my friends, you know, and I never had idols. You know, I didn't idolize anybody. Maybe kind of the Dogtown guys a little bit, but not so much idolize them, just recognize them as like, whoa, these guys are into the same thing I'm into. You know, maybe radder, older and stuff. But next thing I know, I'm down south, and I'd look around, and I got Ray Bones on one side, I got Jay Smith on the other side, and you know, these are guys that if I idolized anybody, it would have been Ray Bones. That guy's pure style. It's, you know, what we live for, and like I say, every moment was magic. It was a lot of fun. You know, it was competition though, which I don't consider the funnest thing there is in skating, but it was awesome to meet these people and become friends.
These guys, like, they would go away to the contest, and I'd be left at home skating in Winchester by myself. But every time they came back, they were like way better. Like, it was crazy. Like,
so you had to catch up?
No, I gave up.
So Scott, let's go back to that trip down south, and Stacy recognizes you. What did he say to you? What he goes, I'm going to give you free skateboards. What did he say, and what did he offer that took you in?
It was a contest at Big O Skate Park, and Stevie was there. It was his first contest skating for Powell after Stacy had picked him up previous, and me and Bob were there just skating on our own. We were sponsored by Santa Cruz, but also by skate park. Anyways, Stevie introduced me to him, so I got to say hi to him. You know, I was a little starstruck because Stacy was one of the guys I really kind of looked up to from the magazine, and met him, and he's the nicest guy on the planet. And anyways, little banter back and forth for a day or two that we were there, and shortly before he left on Saturday or Sunday afternoon, he comes up to me and says, "Hey, you know, if Santa Cruz ever doesn't take care of you, give me a call." And I knew what that meant. So about an hour later, he was leaving. I ran up to his car. I said, "Hey, do you mean what you said?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "I'm in, dude. Let's do it." So we all went and skated Marina Del Rey, and he got my information. Next thing I know, there's a bag of Powell gear on my doorstep. Kind of, Logan knows that feeling.
Yeah, no, I mean, probably one of the greatest days of skateboarding for you, huh?
Yeah, I'll never forget it. I get goosebumps right now thinking about it. But it's because of that's the day I first met Stacy Peralta, who's become a integral part of my life as far as being a mentor, you know, and helping to shape me. Along with 3 or 4 other men in my life have been the main male role models I've had that have shaped me.
Did they teach you to be a role model? We have Groms in here, right, who are just listening, hanging on to your every word. I mean, do they teach you to be role models to like? Do you see yourself in these kids right here? How you were back then?
Yeah. You know, you're just wide-eyed.
It's the first guy that kind of noticed I was skating good and got me equipment, gave me rides, you know. Mike Fox is another one that helped me out, you know, got me rides to skate spots, taught me kind of how to, you know, be humble and, you know, don't judge people by, you know, appearance.
Right.
And, you know, he did a lot for me, Mike Fox.
Okay.
And there's always Blackheart and those guys, so
the dudes.
We were getting in trouble.
Right.
I was pretty young, like, you know.
We get a name mentioned here a lot on the show, and I wanted to ask both of you guys about him because his influence in surfing and skateboarding is, and to me, so insane. It's Kevin Reed. Yeah. And maybe, Scott, I know you one day saw him shredding. Tell us about that.
I remember Kevin Reed skating mostly from, I saw him at SoCal Skate Park a couple times, but was one of the early Winchester contests, maybe the Hester or the ISA or whatever the heck it was, but just doing bizarre, moves. They were rad, but like nobody else did. He was one of those guys that just goes off on a different tangent and you know, shreds. Pretty rare talent. And I was blown away. He didn't go you know, I don't think it kind of clicked with the judges enough for him to really be successful in the contest, because, you know, they were pretty flawed, especially back then. You know, the judging was kind of really like spotty, but he was amazing. And then I had
the style too was insane.
His style.
His surf style.
Yeah.
Years later, I surfed with him on an almost daily basis up north, and we used to all surf together. And, you know, his surfing is, you can't even talk about it without just wanting to quit. You know?
Sure, he's been credited with the aerial. You know,
I believe it.
Yeah, it's one of his traits. Meekster, how about you? Surfing or skating? What's your fondest memory of Kevin Reed?
Just probably the first time. I didn't really know him that well. He showed up at Winchester and he put his board up on the lip and then stood up on it and dropped in. It was like an axle stall, but I'd never even heard of that or ever seen one before. He called it an acid drop. I was like, what are you doing? You know, and he just crawled up on the lip and then just dropped in. I was like, whoa. Like he totally thought out, you know, he had his own thing going on. Mm-hmm. And surfing, just, I don't know, man, that guy would like go down the line doing 360s, you know, like 4 in a row or something.
That's who I learned how to get tube from. I used to watch
Kevin
him
Reed
barreled all the time.
I say this about Kevin Reed. I think he's one of the most underrated
for sure
board athletes ever. You know,
original surf skate.
Exactly. Thank you.
Remember they had a Del Mar contest in '78. They had a surf division. And it was like Olsen was in it and a few other guys, and he just destroyed everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, in studio right now. By the way, before I in studio right now, you're listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO 1080, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. In studio in the hot seat right now, we have Dylan Williams. How old are you, Dylan? Skylar. Excuse me. This was Dylan. This is Skylar. I knew I'd get the names. I almost had them right, but I screwed up. Okay, Skylar, how old are you?
I'm 11.
11 years old. Okay. Now, how'd you do in the Santa Cruz, in the boardroom skate contest? How'd you do?
I made it to the finals, but I didn't place in that.
You didn't? Next year, you're going to do better?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you have a question for who? You got a question for?
Him.
The Meekster? Okay, what's your question?
When did you really, start skateboarding?
Oh, probably 73, 72, 73.
How old were you?
Yeah.
10, 11 years old.
Who stuck a skateboard in your hand?
I don't know. It's kind of like booming at that time, you know, and everyone was buying skateboards, and I don't know. I just ended up with skateboards.
Is it booming today? Is it still booming?
Yeah.
Or is it even bigger today?
It's going nuts. Like all disciplines of skateboarding are going at like 100%. Downhill, slalom,
right,
street, vert, mega ramp. I mean,
it's all happening.
It goes on and on.
831-479-1080 is the phone if you wish to call in tonight. By the way, TC, that last commercial was the beach guy. He told me that he's got a new house for you, TC. He's got a new house. The beach guy's new beach offering located at 2970 Pleasure Point Drive. Open house this 4th of July weekend. We should go check it out. Could be your new pad. Sunday from...
I bet there'll be great cookies.
Yeah.
Beach Guy's got the best cookies.
Beach Guy's got the best cookies. Saturday and Sunday from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Vintage 60s oceanfront with world-class views and surf breaks. It's a nice joint right there. Stephen Dyer said, come by.
I don't know. It's right there.
Stephen Dyer said, come by and take a look.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's go.
Okay. Before we go to commercial, though, we got to mention the Freeline guys. 45 years. Freeline Design Surf Shop. Located next to Santa Cruz Boardroom on 41st Avenue. The Mel's.
All right, hold on. I just got to say something.
Go ahead, say it.
You saying that Freeline is located... No, the boardroom is located next to Freeline. They were there way before us.
The boardroom
bro.
next... Okay.
Yeah.
When are we doing the poker night?
Freeline versus boardroom?
Yeah.
I guess next week.
Who's the trophy? Who has the trophy right now?
They do.
God darn it. We keep losing.
They play poker like...
I know, and they bring the sauce, too.
Yeah,
the wrong sauce. We get us all hammered.
Last time we played, they brought Chinese moonshine.
What?
This is Neil TC with the Up There Radio Show. We'll be right back after this commercial.
Hey, this is Susie from Flip Flop Shop Santa Cruz. with a special offer for the Off the Lip radio show listeners. Now through April 15th, get 10% off when you mention the Off the Lip radio show and how much you love Neil and TC. We've got some great new styles and brands for spring, Sanook being one of them, happy, friendly, and fun. Check it out. We've listened to our customers. You guys have asked for arch support sandals. We got them, Bionic. You've also asked for larger sizes, now carrying 17 and selected brands and styles. Protect yourself with Sunny Sunbum Sunscreen. Flip Flop Shop Santa Cruz. We are located 1528 Pacific Avenue, downtown Santa Cruz. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey, Off the Lip Radio, going nationwide. Neil, TC, want to put my support out there for you guys, and thank you all for supporting People's Coffee. I'm Kurt, the owner here. We're on the corner of 17th and Bromer in Live Oak Plaza. Wow, we just made 7 years, so we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We put out an amazing cup of coffee. If you haven't been down to check us out, take a moment. We don't disappoint. We care about your happiness. People's Coffee, corner of 17th and Bromer. We will not let you down.
This is TC from the Santa Cruz boardroom. If there's one thing I know, it's that everybody listening wears shoes. Check it out. Santa Cruz boardroom has 3,000 pairs of shoes in stock from the best brands in the business. Nike, Adidas, Emerica, Lakai, Converse, Globe, and Supra. Come on down, check out our 3,000 pairs of shoes, pick up some new tread for your feet, and be happy. Santa Cruz Boardroom, 825 41st Avenue, open every day of the week.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California, on Santa Cruz's favorite radio station, KSCO. Right now we have Molly from Santa Cruz. Molly, how are you?
Wonderful, great show.
Thank you. We're having a good time.
Hey, we have a question for the Groms.
Okay, go ahead. We got Logan. Now Logan's in the chair. Grom.
There's 3 of them, right?
There's 3
so
Grom. Okay, give us a Grom question.
We want to know, what's your favorite trick, and how does it make you feel when you pull it?
That's a question for you, Logan. Did you hear that?
A Smith grind tail grab.
Smith grind tail grab. Okay. And how does it make you feel? How does it make you feel once you've completed that unique trick?
Like Kiko.
Did you get that, Molly?
I got it. That's good. How about Dylan and Skylar?
Hey, okay, Skylar, get over here. Come on, get over here. Okay. What's the question again, TC?
The question was your favorite trick and how you feel after you land it.
Pull it.
After you pull it, what is it, Skylar? Your favorite trick? Gotta be snappy. Give me.
Just frontside air in a big bowl.
How do you feel when you don't have when you land it? How do you feel?
Good.
Excellent. Thanks, Molly, for calling. We appreciate it. We got the Groms to chat. All right,
Dylan, you got left out on this one.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get Dylan back on the radio in a minute. Thanks, Molly. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, Meekster. Sorry about we got these Groms in here tonight. What are we gonna do?
Talk to him.
Okay, Meekster Brow. What? Tell us about that. All I see on Facebook right now is Meekster Brow. What is it? How the heck do we get some of the swag that you're selling? What's the deal? I don't no idea what it is. Is it a cocktail?
It's a brotherhood.
Okay, describe Meekster Brow and what it is.
It's a
you got to tell the world
company.
right now. You got to tell the world what it is, because this is getting broadcast live, by the way, on the surfchannel.com.
It was created with bad beer and good times. It was. I made homebrew, and some friends of mine came up with the name Meekster Brow.
After Meister Brow?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, remember that.
And we just started making shirts and stuff, and then that was like back in the 80s. So I've kind of been doing it a long time, but not really taking it serious. It's kind of a hobby, it's really fun.
Is it making a comeback now?
Yeah, we're going strong right now. Like it's just all about fun, though. It's not. We're not trying to kill it.
Right. Well, now how do people worldwide get a hold of your product?
You can go to www.meeksterbrow.com and go to the store and order up.
You can buy online?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's some available inventory at Bill's Wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come not at the boardroom yet?
Not at the boardroom yet.
What's going on with that?
I don't know what's going on with
He's
that.
promoting Bill's Wheels over here, and Scott.
Bill's Wheels.
He's doing his job. He's a team rider as well for Bill's. More power to him.
Scott,
Doing my job.
Did you have any of your own gear? You got your own skate deck? Is that correct? Still?
He's a team rider.
Team rider for Bill's Wheels.
I skate for Meekster, bro.
Oh, you do? You're a team rider.
Yeah.
We're taking over.
So you honorary at least. I'm trying out.
Didn't I see a deck with your name on it?
Yeah. We came out with a deck. I made friends with this guy. His name's Roland, and he was starting his own company called Minimal Skateboards, and wanted to know if I wanted to do a guest model. And I said, why not?
Right.
Let's do it. And it was a good experience. He's a really cool guy, and actually designed a board that works really well for me. So came out with it and got it off the bucket list. Now I'm done. I can just skate now.
Right.
Don't worry about nonsense.
So I'm going back to Meekster here, talking about Caballero. You guys are not just for skateboarding. You're talking about we need to talk about your art for a second.
Okay.
How big is art in your career? What's happening with it? I know
Pretty much is my career.
You guys collaborate with the Board Rescue Program, and
and Stevie invites me to do some other shows, and Stevie's been really busy. He's killing it. He's really good these days. He's learned a lot. I don't know. I think he got into it a few years ago.
Right.
But he's just doing some amazing stuff. He does a lot of art shows.
Over the years, you've worked for some pretty powerful brands in this industry. List them off.
Sessions, O'Neill Wetsuits, Santa Cruz Bicycles, and then a lot of freelance for local shops and.
Yeah, you've done. This has been your career.
Independent. Yeah, I got a job working at Jim Phillips Studios in the late 80s. And so Jim Phillips, I owe everything to him. He trained me, taught me, how to have a good eye with composition and balance, and I just kept doing it and learned the computers and got into doing the digital, catalogs, advertising, branding. I enjoy it. I've been really busy.
Scott, what are you doing these days?
I'm a custodian up at SoCal High.
Awesome.
That's my job, yeah. Raising my kids, skating when I can.
And that's a flexible schedule. You're off work right now with the summertime, or is it a year-round job?
No, it's year-round. We clean the school all summer long. But yeah, I'm on a day schedule right now. Usually I'm a night guy. Kind of cuts into my evening sessions, but I skate on the weekends.
I wanted to ask you about Mr. Fatello. Did he ever chase you, want to kill you?
No, he just told me I wasn't good enough.
Scott, does he ever have a funny experience with him?
No, Foster was always really cool to me. He sponsored me not too long after Independent came out when I was still skating for Santa.
Is the Logan still respect your elders, loosen your trucks, and play it loud?
Say that again?
Is it still the Meekster Brown slogan?
Those are 3 rules to live by.
Respect your elders, loosen your trucks, and play it loud.
Yeah, and smooth as gravel.
Smooth as gravel.
There's a million of them.
Yeah.
TC, how's your diet going?
My diet's not so good.
I'm still eating the Foodsmith food.
And?
Nutritious meals sourced from all local and organic ingredients, no added sugar, low salt, primary gluten, dairy-free, portion control. TC, you got to try it, dude.
It's good. I'm telling you, the enchiladas are amazing.
Dietitian approved for your nutritional goals, crafted by Chef Jamie Smith, our own local restaurateur, and community activist.
Where do you buy that stuff?
I get it at Rockies. They deliver it at Rockies.
Oh, they
I go
do?
picking up a big bag of food.
Oh, that's easy. That's across the street.
It's solid.
I should probably look into that.
Foodsmith.com. Go check them out. This is Neil and TC with the Off the Lip Radio Show, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We'll be right back after these commercials. Santa Cruz's own beautiful DirecTV golf course offers you 18 or 9 holes and a lighted driving range that has 40 stalls, so you're almost guaranteed a spot. Check out their great deal. You can buy a county discount card and save each time you play. The card is just $50, and that lets you save around 25% of green fees for 1 year from the date of purchase. Head professional Tim Blaustall and his staff invite you to come and play one of the finest golf courses in Northern California. For further information, go to DeLaViegaGolf.com or book your tee time by calling 831-423-7214.
Hi, it's Julie.
And Simon with Toyota of Santa Cruz.
How are you guys tonight? Hey, let's keep this short and sweet. If you want to get the best deal on any Toyota, new or used, come to Toyota of Santa Cruz. And remember, our service department's open 7 days a week, so it's parts and our shuttle. So we will take care of you. Just come in and buy a car.
Come down and check out our certified pre-owned center. We have a huge selection, one of the largest selections of pre-owned cars in the Santa Cruz County. If you're looking for Tacomas, Prius, Camry, we have them. We have a huge selection. So one place to go, drive them all. We'll make it real easy for you. Come down and check us out.
If you don't want to get off the couch and drive down to the dealership, start shopping online at SantaCruzToyota.com. Then come and see me
or Simon,
and we'll take care of you. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Just kidding.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show, Tuesday nights on KSCO, 7 to 8 p.m. We want to thank our audience for listening tonight. Without them, this show ain't happening. Chris, our engineer in the other room, he's here every Tuesday night for us. Never missed a beat.
I know. Yeah, and he is a skateboarder.
That's right. He's stoked to have the
He comes into the store and just like drools like a kid.
He is the guy. This portion of the show is brought to you by Dogmatic Arts, home of Rocky, Rat Boy, Nat Young, Dollar, Nelly, Replogo, all of them. Barney. Amazing photos of your surfer for sale at Dogmatic Arts in Capitola. Stop and check out the art. Patrick will even feed you it. Just give him a call, 477-2062.
You know, when you drive by, you can actually see that art through the door.
I know.
Seriously.
You got to call him, though, because he's never open.
No,
He's
but
like,
if the door is open, you can actually see photos on the wall of surfers.
You can?
I did it. I looked in.
Hey, Dylan. Okay. You got a question for the Meekster? This is Dylan. How old are you again? 8. Okay. You want to come back on the air because you have one more question for the Meekster. What is it?
Okay, so if you could teach me one trick, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question there.
Well, I'd say I'm kind of into laybacks right now. I'd teach you a layback grind.
What do you think?
Over a death box.
Why don't you make an appointment? Why don't you make an appointment with him off the show, and he's going to teach you how to do? How about that? Got a lesson from the Meekster. How about that?
That'd be sick.
Let's do it.
If you want to call in tonight, the phone number is 479-1080. Dylan's going to get taught a trick by the Meekster. TC, what do you got?
Well, a layback is so photogenic too. You know, and this kid's got some style. Look at that hat.
Yeah, it's got some surf.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to a bowl, though.
Meekster, did you have any contest success?
Not really. I entered a lot. I did the tour and everything. I don't know. I did a couple. Like the best contests I did were probably Capitola Classics.
And let's talk about Capitola Classics. Because I remember we had Adam Verpogel on here, and Ross broke a skateboard and gave it to him. And it was like a major day in his life.
Oh, nice.
Those were some pretty special times, huh?
Oh, yeah. That contest was insane. People on the roofs. What they said, there was maybe 10,000 people throughout the day there or something. Yeah, it was fun. You didn't have to push.
You go to that contest too?
Oh, yeah.
Did you skate in it?
Yeah, I skated in one of them.
How'd it go?
I wasn't a downhill guy. I weighed about 13 pounds, so I was going backwards if there was a breeze. If it was on shore, I wouldn't even go down the hill.
Bob Denike went right by you?
Oh, yeah. I never matched up against him, luckily, or I would have looked really bad. But the after parties were legendary. I do remember that.
Yeah. Oh, I heard about some of those.
Yeah, Gary Herbst's house.
And then another thing I wanted to ask you, Scott.
Window pane.
Of the guys from that original Bones Brigade crew, are you close to any of them still?
Yeah, well, I see Cab a lot. We skate together a lot. Recently, I got to meet up with Jay Smith and skate with him again. That was really special. I've been trying to hook up with Teddy Bennett, who wasn't on the very inaugural, but he was brought in with David Z right after we started it, and he's up north. He's still skating a little bit.
Meekster, question for you. We seem to be asking the guests this question a lot. Your favorite years for skating were, or your favorite year of skating was?
77, 78.
Why?
Because everything was new. You know, every day there was new stuff going on.
Equipment,
moves,
parks,
everything. It was new. It was a brand new sport. It was exciting. It was, you know, no one was doing it really. I mean, a lot of people were doing it, but you definitely were doing your own thing.
Right.
I mean, now, like, seems like everyone owns a skateboard, you know.
Right.
Is that kind of the same time that Scott would go to a contest and come back better?
That was like a little bit late. That was like more like 79, maybe?
Yeah.
78, 79.
Yeah.
But yeah, those days too. Those 3 years, I think, were really important in skateboarding because everything evolved really quickly.
Changed.
Yeah, like, you know, equipment got good. The tricks got better.
Yeah.
The pools got better. Like everything, moving really quick. Like 3 short years, so much stuff went down.
Yeah.
mean,
Well, it seems like skateboarding went vertical, and it all just progressed from there.
Well, yeah, I mean, like when me and Scotty first started, it was probably, you know, going down some hills, doing freestyle, nose wheelies, that kind of thing. But once you got in the pool, it was done. That's all we wanted to do.
Scotty, Scotty, your favorite year was?
I gotta go with Meekster on that one. Yeah, like 78, 79, because it was just like inflationary expansion. It was amazing.
Right.
Because it was still tribal back then. We didn't have Facebook. There was no internet. And
right.
The only way you knew anything new was done was when you saw it in the one magazine there was, or maybe there was two at the time.
Yeah,
but
no
it was
video.
all happening simultaneously in different areas. And like he said, the equipment went from just archaic to modern.
Right.
The parks went from non-existent to everywhere.
Must have been an exciting time.
Yeah. There was just so much new stuff going on, especially for bowls and vert.
Right.
And that's
what you think about is the boards got an inch wider every year.
Yeah.
During that time.
Yeah, for those 3 years.
You know, they were 7.5, 8.5, 9.5. Like it happened that quick.
Yeah, it went 1 year too long.
Yeah.
That 1 year they had
we need
16 months.
we need to sneak Keely in here from Capitola. Keely, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
Good, man. I just wanted to compliment you guys on the show. It's the first time I heard it. I got off work early today and turned on the radio on the car ride home and sounded like all my bros talking.
Right on.
Do you have a question for one of your bros here?
Yeah. What's up, Meekster?
Hey, Keely, how you doing?
Good, man. I just wanted to tell you about I tattooed today. Like, I'm a tattooer. I work in Monterey, and I tattooed a slasher today. And it was funny that when I got in the car, you were on the radio, you know. And
I just saw a guy last week that had one. I was collecting them.
Like
photos of them.
You're the slasher, and the Jason Jesse, the
Guadalupe or the Neptune?
You know, the Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Those are like the two. Those are like the two most tattooed graphics ever. I swear.
Should I get one?
You should get one, Meekster.
I got kids getting them in Monterey all the time, man. And like,
really?
Yeah, and they don't know you though. I'm like, oh yeah, you're getting a Meekster graphic. Cool, right on. You
classic.
Well, tell those guys they can listen to the podcast. They can listen to the podcast tomorrow. Or Meekster will be on YouTube later on tonight.
I think Meekster, you could probably get a free tattoo right now if you asked them.
Yeah. Keely, would you hook him up with a slasher tattoo for free?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
there we go.
You're in.
Neil's coming with me.
Yeah. Hey, Keely, thanks for giving us a call. We got the end of the show
See you,
coming up,
Keely.
so we appreciate you giving us a call. Thanks, buddy.
Throw a skull
right
on that one.
All right. So,
wow,
man, the hour goes like lightning. So,
remember Keely?
Yeah.
He worked at Freeline. Yeah.
We always say we'll have you guys back. You know, there's a lot of stuff. As you know, Meekster, it's your second time, I think, being on the show.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to talk about. So we'll have you guys back. Scott